Bob Forrest. I don't know who that is.
To discover just how big.
Motorsport, put that thing in sports. Shout it bad, pop a lot.
What up?
What up?
What up, Woods
WoodsWorld?
How y'all doing? Alright guys, today's video is going to be a reaction video to Mr. Logan Paul. In case you guys don't know who Logan Paul is, he's a YouTuber with over 15 million subscribers who daily vlogs. And he hasn't vlogged in over 3 weeks, and the reason behind that is because he recently took a trip to Japan and he was in a place filming, vlogging, and the place was a place called Suicide Forest. You guys get that? Suicide Forest, what do you think is going to be in that place? Possibly somebody who committed suicide. So he showed it actually on film, somebody hanging from a tree. And I actually got to see the video before it got taken down because I'm a subscriber to his channel. I enjoy his videos that he puts up on YouTube. So I watch him every time he puts one up. So I just think he misjudged the situation and made bad judgment on this particular situation. I don't think he's a bad dude or anything, but sometimes we do that. And this is his first video that he put on his vlog since the incident, besides the I'm sorry video. And today the title of this video is it's called Suicide Be Here Tomorrow. So I'm guessing it has something to do with relating to the incident that happened. So you ready?
Ready, baby.
Alright, so let's get right into this. About 800 people worldwide die by suicide each year. One person every 40 seconds take their own life.
Bikers, joggers, tourists, runners, they went by me. Police officers searching for suicidal people went by me twice. I'm standing at the ledge, leaning over the rail with tears flowing down to the waters. And I thought to myself, absolutely nobody cares. And then the voice in my head said, jump now, and I did.
What?
And the millisecond that my hand...
Oh my gosh.
He jumped off that bridge? Isn't that the Golden State Bridge?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's the Golden State Bridge in California. He jumped off that bridge and lived to tell this story.
By the grace of God.
Wow,
Right.
by the grace of God, for real. Wow.
Your life definitely had purpose. You're still here.
That's crazy. That's crazy there. Let's keep it moving.
Cleared the rail and my legs flew over it. It was an instant regret. The depression was wiped from my mind, and all I wanted to do was live, and I thought it's too late.
Kevin Hines was 19 when he jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. He is one of the many incredible people that I've been grateful to meet over the past 3 weeks as I aim to further understand the complexity surrounding suicide. And I know I've made mistakes. I know I've let people down. But what happens when you're given an opportunity to help make a difference in the world?
The backlash against the social media star.
Very popular guy called
Logan Paul is in some hot water.
He's a complete and utter insensitive idiot.
Taking a break from daily vlogging.
Even he says his latest content was his biggest mistake.
I want to apologize to the victim and his family.
It's time to learn from the past as they get better and grow as a human being. I'm here to have a hard conversation.
So what do you think? I have a question for you. Do you think he's sincere about his apology? Was he sincere?
Okay. Like, for me, I honestly think that he is sincere. He is 21 years old. And
22.
22, okay.
His brother just turned 21.
We're like in the same age, practically. And I remember how, like, my mindset was, I'm a little bit more mature for my age, but you make like really dumb mistakes and you have to evolve as a person. You have to make these mistakes. So yeah, he's probably in the mindset of everything is fun and jokes and games, and sometimes reality smacks you in the face. And he probably, this needed to happen for him, you know. Life is about chapters, so this needed to happen for him. So
yeah, okay. My opinion is I think he's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad guy or anything. He just made some bad decisions that particular day, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's a good guy. I think he was sincere about his apologies, and he realized that he made a mistake, and he should be given another chance. I mean, we're all human. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and I've seen so many people bash this guy. So many people just bash this guy. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect.
Exactly.
Nobody's perfect. So give this guy another chance. Let him do his job.
Yeah.
I enjoy his content. I didn't agree with him showing the body. I didn't agree with that part. But hey, he made a mistake. Made a mistake. You know, it happens. You know, let's keep it moving.
So that those who are suffering can have easier ones.
So I've never been so humbled in my life by a single event.
Were you kind of shocked by it?
I was shocked to discover just how big this is.
Suicide.
You've never known anybody that killed themselves?
No one. And that was part of the problem. It's just my ignorance on the subject.
But in Ohio, where you come from, it's the second leading cause of death.
I know while I'm not able
you heard what he just said?
Yeah, the second leading cause of death.
In Ohio, where he's from, he said you never knew anybody that committed suicide or anything of that nature. Heard about it?
Yeah.
That I think he may not have known nobody directly, but he done heard of something.
Maybe a story.
A story. He done read an article or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But I mean, like, it doesn't hit home run. Like, we're here in South Florida, and the #1 cause of death is like drowning. So sometimes when somebody drowns, it's almost like you know, just another person who drowned. I mean, of course you're sincere, and it hurts you. It hurts you so much because someone lost their life. But it's like another story because it's so predictable here in Florida. You know.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Solve the problem by myself. I want to be a part of the solution.
And that solution began across the country in New York City. We sat down with Dr. John Draper, director of the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
We have to change the conversation publicly from just focusing on suicide and how something bad is happening and say, well, what do we do about it? Help people understand that the first thing they need to do is reach out and talk to somebody when they're feeling in despair. Because you're not alone with it anymore. They've done studies with people who are experiencing any kind of pain, including hanging off a cliff. You can hold on a lot longer if somebody is right there with you.
I think as a society, as human beings, we just have to be more compassionate. And that includes me too. That's something I'm learning along this journey. And something else that Dr. Draper told me were the 5 steps that anyone can take to help prevent suicide. Step 1 is simply just ask. Ask yourself, ask others, are you thinking about suicide? And I know that sounds like a daunting question, but literally that question can save lives. And step 2, accordingly, would be just to listen. Be present. Don't make any judgments. And then step 3 would be there for them, even after you've already asked, because dependability is key. Step 4 is then help them connect, whether it's with a friend, a family member, a local suicide hotline, therapist, but help them reach out to someone so they don't have to deal with this alone. Lastly, step 5 is just check in on them, show them that you care. Call them up, say, hey, I want to make sure you're okay. Can I check in with you over the next few days?
So one of the things that is so important about reducing stigma is getting stories out there about people positively coping with suicide.
Do you guys know anyone I could talk to with the lived experience of suicide?
Absolutely. We have quite a number of people.
Okay, we're going to pause it.
So how do you feel about the steps that he gave?
What was it? I can't remember the first step.
Like what he was saying, like, you know, step out to people. We make sure that you reach out to people and like, hey, are you thinking about these? Are you thinking about suicide? Are you okay? Yeah,
you should. If somebody is showing signs of like mental breakdown, or they're not themselves, and you know them, and they're acting a bit offbeat mentally, or it seems like something bothering them, yeah, you should definitely. Hey, what's going on with you, man? Hey, is there anything you want to talk about? You know, you should try a process of elimination and steps of what to do to help them out. Don't just not speak about it, you know. So if that's what I kind of missed a few parts of that, but if that's what the question is relating to,
yeah,
then,
exactly what it's relating to, exactly. Okay.
Over to you, yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And that's how we got introduced to Kevin Hines. 17 years ago, Kevin jumped off of the Golden Gate Bridge and survived.
Hold on. This dude jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge and survived. If you guys haven't seen the Golden Gate Bridge, go Google it right now.
It's crazy.
I don't know how many stories up, how far is it down from the water, but I can imagine it's very far. That's a far jump. I'm pretty sure you hit the water like that's like hitting concrete.
Seriously.
When you hit the water from that much, that
how,
far up.
How did he even survive?
God. Ain't no other way. ain't no other person that could have possibly helped him. He had a purpose still on this earth.
These are individuals whose stories, when people hear them, they say, you know, maybe I can get through. As opposed to hearing stories when people haven't. And those are, unfortunately, those are the stories that we've heard before. Now we're hearing more and more stories of people being more open about it. As I was saying before, Logan, for every one person that dies by suicide, there's 287 other people that think seriously about it but don't. Those are stories, again, that have not been told. If we told those stories of people who got through it as opposed to one who didn't, imagine what kind of influence that would have on people's behavior.
When I found out that 1 in 6 high school kids seriously think about suicide, that's stunning.
Yeah.
This is such a common problem.
Logan, all I wanted was for one person to look me in my eyes and say, hey, kid, are you okay? I am so grateful to be alive, and I'm grateful.
Let me pause it right there. I think what he just said, he said all he wanted was just one person to look him in the eyes and say, hey, are you all right?
Yeah.
I think with a lot of times with people who are thinking about suicide or maybe like right on the edge, that's all they be wanting is just a little attention, someone to talk to, man. So like I said, if you have anybody in your family or friends or associate or co-workers, anybody that you talk with and speak with, and you notice anything different, ask them. Ask them, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything wrong, bro? You're not being yourself. I'm here. Offer your help. You know, maybe shoot them a Bible verse or something to give them hope, or put a smile on their face.
Their spirits up, you know. And sometimes, like, these days and age, the common thing to say is, oh, how are you doing, you know? Like, even when I go to Publix and I grocery shop, oh, how are you doing? How's your day?
Yeah.
And in response to that, I always just say hello. Like, I never say actually how I'm doing, because no one really cares how you're actually doing nowadays. I know in my heart, I really care. Like, if I ask somebody how they're doing, I'm asking you a direct question. I want you to tell me exactly how you're doing. And it's so crazy how society nowadays, like, no one actually cares. Like, if you ask me how I'm doing and then I go on a rant and tell you exactly how I'm doing, everybody's like, you know, your eyes will start to roll, or somebody gets frustrated. So actually have some sincerity in your heart. Like, having compassion is something that is genuine. It shows love, and that's what we're here for, to help one another.
Correct. That was deep.
Today, for every millisecond I get to breathe, because it was almost all ripped from me by me.
What's one thing you would have said to your younger self? To the Kevin who was 19, sitting on the bus, if you were next to you, and instead of the guy who pointed and laughed, what would you say?
I would just put my hand on the I would just put my hand on my shoulder, and I would just say, I'm here for you. I got you. We need to be a society that comes together for every person in the community that's going through hell. And in order to do that, every person that's going through hell, whatever hell, has to be honest about their pain. And if they're going to be honest about their pain, we are going to collectively answer the call and be there for that individual.
Hello, let me pause it right there. He just said the most critical thing. You have to be honest about your pain. You have to be honest about what you're going through. A lot of times we deny things. You got to be honest, or we lie about it. So when we may be thinking this, then we may lie. Or somebody may ask you, hey, what's wrong, man? And you're just too embarrassed to tell somebody what's really wrong. Hey, man, I'm thinking about committing suicide. I'm thinking about, I don't want to be here anymore. And sometimes, a lot of times, people are just embarrassed to tell somebody else that, you know, and they just keep it to themselves, and it just builds up over and over the years.
Yeah, next thing you know,
you're jumping off a bridge or you're shooting yourself. Just tell somebody. Be honest if somebody asks you. Be honest. not to be ashamed of. This is nothing to be ashamed of.
Exactly. And if you don't feel like you have anybody in your circle that you can reach out to, there's hotlines that you can speak to. And I know this is so odd, but like I am that type of person that you could speak to. So like,
call her, hit up,
yeah, like
slide in her DM. But only about that though. Only about that though. That's my wife.
You could email me. Like I literally have people come in my DM sometimes and speak about their life to me. I don't know why, but come on, like we're here for each other as humans. So everybody needs to help one another.
All right.
So,
that was beautiful. Just like you.
Because if you don't see beauty in the next person you meet, you're not looking hard enough.
You're incredible, dude. This is an honor for me.
It's an honor for me too, brother.
From this point on, I want to make an effort to contribute and immerse myself in the conversation, so I'm pledging to donate $1 million to various suicide prevention organizations, with the first $250,000 going immediately to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline so they can increase their capacity to help those in need.
For anyone watching, I want you to know you are not alone, and most of the time, crisis passes. So if you or anyone you know feels alone or trapped, I encourage anyone to call or even text the suicide or crisis hotline. Both of those numbers are below, and although this is a tough conversation, it's important because things can and will get better. It's time to start a new chapter in my life as I continue to educate both myself and others on suicide. I'm humbled and thankful to say, this is just the beginning.
All right, guys. That was Miss Logan Paul, Suicide. See you tomorrow or something, whatever the title was.
Yeah,
so we're gonna, let's speak on, let me stop this right quick. Stop this right quick, make sure you guys nice and clear. Alright guys, so I'm gonna give you my real opinion about that video right there. Is he sorry? Do I think he's sorry for what he did? Yes. Do I think he deserves another chance? Yes. But right now I think, is he doing a little too much? He ain't got to do all this. Sometimes, me personally, I know he got a lot of people in his ear and they tell him do this, do that. Put out these type of like commercial style video, make people work. He's a person with a lot of followers, so he's seeing a lot of people seeing what he did. So I think I just would have been more like on some. I just would have came on my vlog and just kept it real, like, yo, I messed up. I didn't think much of it, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I made a mistake, yo. Please forgive me, you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how I would have did it. I don't think I would have just kept saying, put out a big apology, how you did, then put out like a commercial style type video. I think that's kind of pushing the limit. I mean, what do you think?
On my opinion, I feel like it was a lesson learned for him. And on top of that, I feel like life is about elevation. So everything that we do, there's a reason for it. You know, like, when you mess up, that's an opportunity for a come up, you know what I mean? So he messed up, and this is an opportunity for him to grow as an individual, grow mentally and on his physically with his YouTube world as well, and to gain an audience to help people. So if you have an audience already and there's people watching, you don't know what's in their mind, you don't know what you're going through, that could potentially help other individuals. So no, I don't think that he's pushing it too hard. I think he's not pushing it enough. So I honestly think that this is a great thing that he's doing, and it will help so many people. And as I said, like, a mess up is an opportunity for a come up. So good job to you. I'm rooting for you in your new chapter in your life.
And please hurry up and start vlogging again, because I enjoy it. I watch it every single day. You and your brother, I enjoy it. So guys, that's our reaction to Logan Paul suicide commercial type I'm sorry video. Remember, please subscribe, like, comment, share this video. The Woods World.